Today's horoscope, Sagittarius August 25th, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. Relationships are lively today, even with a stronger focus than usual on your duties and routines. Someone might motivate you to take a positive step. You can feel very much in your element as Mars and Chiron harmonize. Your confidence builds, and this may be in direct proportion to your ability to take action. You are brave about facing problems, and others gravitate to you. You also seem to know your next step intuitively. This energy is refreshingly direct, and your interactions can be both inspired and inspiring. Feedback is motivating. Your can-do attitude is admirable. At the same time, the moon spends the day in your work and health sector, bringing a stronger awareness of your daily affairs, and it makes sense to channel some of your energy into taking care of business. Be daring, brave, and confident as always. Today's cosmic weather will bring you an immense urge to socialize, have fun, and throw on a sexy outfit to strut your stuff. Flirting, sizzling words, and body language will shiver with anticipation and erotic fire today, so let your desires lead you. Couples can use this for some feisty courtship. Of course, with a break to let off their steam, and singles will have increased swagger at this time. Let yourself take a breather from work and show the world your roar. We are just waiting for you to feast. You're ready to be on cloud 9. What will you choose? You may have a chance to do something creative in your work life. However, it might strike a chord. Something similar may not have worked out in the past. Do not let this deter you, since Mars in Gemini will sextile Mercury retrograde in Leo and Chiron retrograde in Aries. Committing to a passion project in your work life could be exciting, nerve-wracking, and ultimately healing. Allow yourself to try again by finding the courage to go after a creative venture. You will not regret this decision. You care about your appearance, and there is certainly nothing unhealthy about that. What we do for ourselves largely begins with caring about how we look. One of the greatest appearance enhancers is adequate rest. Are you a rested person? Rest is easier to come by if you have exercised during the day, and a little goes a long way. Our lifetime habits determine how we look in the long run. A diet or a new suit is just a drop in the bucket. Today, you will feel split between a great need for solitude and a real desire to meet people. This vibration isn't very favorable for energetic people like you, so it might be better to relax in peace. Put your dynamism away, dear, and stay home. But don't hide out. You can still welcome phone calls and texts from everyone. The sun and moon appear to be working closely together, creating a positive influence across different areas of your life. 2 days ago, the moon entered a playful and creative part of your chart during the sun's final full day in an adventurous section, which harmonized them just days after their clash as a full moon. Now, as the sun spends his first full day in your career sector, the moon moves into your work sector with a friendly aspect. This alignment is fostering hope, confidence, and optimism. A day after the sun left an adventurous part of your chart, a friendly aspect between Mercury here and Chiron, the planet of healing in your romantic sector, is starting to separate. For the 4th time in 7 days, this has brought the spirit of romance, adventure, and nostalgia together, but with the moon in your romantic sector, this time with romantically charged lunar vibes enhancing the experience. Daily Planetary Overview. Does it sting? With Mars in Gemini sextiling Mercury retrograde in Leo, while Chiron retrograde in Aries adds its influence, conversations today might feel a bit more tender than usual. Mercury retrograde is known for its classic communication mishaps, and you might find that either you or someone else speaks out of turn. Words that were meant to be harmless could land awkwardly, triggering sensitive emotions or even sparking misunderstandings. If you feel hurt by something someone says, or if you unintentionally hurt someone else, don't hesitate to address it. This is your chance to speak up with honesty and vulnerability, or to extend an apology with sincerity and grace. We've all been there, those moments when a conversation goes off course, and suddenly, we're left wondering, did I really just say that? Or maybe someone's comment hits a little too close to home, and you find yourself feeling unexpectedly stung. Today is one of those days where emotions might be running a little higher than usual, so it's important to react with calmness and patience, even in the face of any jibes or provocations from others. If you feel deceived or hurt, be mindful of who you confide in. It's easy to overthink every word, but remember, not every comment is meant to be taken so seriously. Seek out the people who understand your moods and know how to handle them with care. Sometimes, simply resting and taking a step back can make all the difference in how you feel. Despite the sensitive energy in the air, there's also a positive side to today's astrological influences. If you approach conversations with openness and honesty, your words are likely to be well received. This is a perfect time for a frank exchange of opinions, where both you and the other person feel safe enough to voice your concerns. Have you ever noticed how liberating it can feel to get everything out in the open? When you approach discussions with good intentions, people tend to take note of that sincerity and respond in kind. It's all about creating space for mutual understanding, both sides allowing for a little criticism, but with the goal of growth and resolution. Don't shy away from the feedback you receive today. Instead, deal with it honestly and with an open heart. You might be surprised by how much progress you can make in your relationships when you approach them with this kind of authenticity. Feeling inclined to take the lead in your relationships? This energy is also about stepping up and sharing your ideas with others. You might find yourself wanting to guide those around you, showing them the opportunities that can arise when they include your insights and perspectives. But remember, leadership is as much about listening as it is about speaking. Make sure you're tuning in to the wishes and ideas of others, too. After all that creative and collaborative energy, it's essential to take a moment for yourself. Find a quiet place to reflect on everything you've put into motion. Sometimes, it's in those quiet moments of reflection that the most clarity and inspiration come to light. On the financial front, things are looking good. You have a knack for knowing how to negotiate to your advantage today, even in tricky situations. If you're in the middle of a deal or a bargaining session, trust in your instincts. They're sharp right now. Plus, there are more options opening up for you, so don't hesitate to make new contacts or explore new opportunities. These connections might prove to be incredibly useful down the line, and your healthy instincts will guide you if things start to veer off course. Have you ever found yourself in the right place at the right time, making a connection that turned out to be exactly what you needed? Today could bring just that kind of serendipitous moment, so stay open to the possibilities. As you navigate the energies of today, remember that it's okay to feel sensitive. It's okay to take things a little more personally right now. But also remember that with sensitivity comes the opportunity for deeper connection and understanding, both with yourself and with others. So, how are you handling today's conversations? Have you found yourself navigating any tricky discussions with loved ones, or maybe even surprising yourself with how well you've managed to stay calm in the face of a challenge? Let's share our experiences, support one another, and keep moving forward with grace and positivity. After all, the most meaningful connections often come from moments of vulnerability and honesty.